I've made this for my GR Corolla using a 3D printer, and I'm going to show you how I did it. In this video, we are transforming my car by building my own rally body kit. I'll start by 3D printing the first panels, and once we successfully fit them onto the car, we'll take Rally Rolla out for a drive to see if the new body can actually handle rally driving. But it turns out the body kit I want doesn't exist. So in the last video, we designed our own. And today, we're making it real. We 3D scanned my Corolla and reverse engineered every single mounting point from scratch to make sure this kit actually works. 2,000 hours of 3D printing have led to this exact moment. The digital model is now a memory. It's time to see if the full kit actually fits, or if we just turned months of work into expensive scrap plastic. But wait, there's a problem. This 3D printer is small. The GR Corolla is big, so how am I going to print a full-size car body using a small 3D printer? We're gonna do it in a bunch of small pieces and then plastic weld them together. Once you combine a bunch of small pieces, you get one big piece. I wish we could use industrial machines to 3D print the body panels in one piece, but those cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, so quite literally, I can't do that. These parts are being made on a small consumer-grade 3D printer, the kind anyone can buy and run at home if they're willing to learn it. What makes this work isn't the equipment, it's the time, experience, and dedication behind it. This project would not be possible without the skill and knowledge from the team at Crazy Rocket Garage. At a basic level, the 3D printer works by laying down melted plastic one layer at a time, slowly building the part from the bottom up. It's not fast and it's not glamorous, but it's precise. For this project, we're printing with PET GCF, which is a strong, durable plastic that can handle heat, vibration, and real use on a car better than basic printing materials. It's tough enough to be functional, but still workable enough that we can modify it as we go. For a fun comparison, PET G is the same plastic family that water bottles are made out of. A section like this can take 2 to 3 days to print, so it can take weeks just to print all the pieces for one bumper alone. Think of it like Legos. You fit the small pieces together until you get the full-sized piece. But Legos get put on a shelf and displayed. This is a car. It's going to get driven. And since it's my car, it's going to get driven very hard. So it has to be durable. If you drop a Lego set, all the pieces break apart. We cannot have that happen with my car. Doing it in multiple pieces can actually help us in some cases. Since this is the first print, we don't know what the fitment will be like. On the rear bumper, we ran into an issue. The body line from the hatch that flows into the rear bumper did not line up. To solve this problem, we can remodel the body line and then reprint only that portion. This saves us from having to reprint the entire rear bumper. It's not always smooth sailing.
We just started this print not even like an hour ago. All the filament has caked up on itself and has completely annihilated our nozzle. So I'm gonna replace this whole head with this one. We just gotta fix it and keep moving, right?
So at this point, you might be wondering, how durable will this actually be? Well, that's why plastic welding is so important. It's not like glue. Because with glue, when you stick two pieces together, it's still going to be two separate pieces just connected together by the glue. That creates a weak point. We are melting the plastic together to make one solid piece. The bolt holes between pieces also helps keep the shape while we plastic weld it. And maybe that's the whole point. The part people don't see is usually what holds everything together. The welds are hidden and the rough spots get sanded down until no one knows they were ever there. Building your own wide body isn't quick, especially on a budget. So this project has already taught me a lot. There have been many moments where the proper way was too expensive and the easy way didn't exist. So the only option was to figure out our own way through it. Not having everything and not knowing every answer. Still showing up anyway. You don't need the perfect setup to start. You need to love the idea enough to stay with it when it looks worse before it looks better.
What are we feeling?
I feel like I'm looking at a dining room table right now.
That was in the design brief, I think. You said dining room table. That's like an egg or two, some slices of ham, a beverage.
You can put a beverage on the fender of your car. Yeah, that thing's pretty.
Bro, yeah, bro. Like I could be like talking with the homies, be like, yeah, my wide body can. Anyway, whoop. Anyway,
the front fender is now on the car. It looks so good. And if you come from the front, you can see the width on this thing.
When we saw it in CAD, we thought it looked kind of skinny, but now that it's here in person.
And the fitment, like we're looking at it right now, for a first test piece is like phenomenal.
This is the first time we're seeing pieces outside of the computer and on the actual car itself. You usually don't even get like this good of fitment right off the bat, especially with the resources that we have. The doors, open and close, with no interference at all.
They do that one more time. Let's see, Ara.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. No interference.
Of course, it needs to, get some work here and there, like smoothing down corners and then also just sanding and getting everything like nice and straight.
I'm very happy with how this looks. It's just cool to like see it go from the computer to now real life. If you sit in the car and you get right here and you look over, you can see a little bit of the wide body. That's thick.
It's a 3D print, but like it is really strong as well, like really thick. Like this thing's solid. I'm not gonna lie, don't tell Nikolai this, but I did drop this panel earlier and it just bounced off the ground like nothing happened.
The surface quality is very smooth. Of course, we have this, which will get sanded out, but the way it contours is very well done. We even implemented the factory body line that fades from the A-pillar into the fender. The wide body sticks out about 3 inches from the door, but yet if you follow this line, it actually follows the line on the door.
That's what I mean when I say it's an OEM plus kit, even though it's a 3-inch wide body per side. So it's OEM plus, but to the max.
And not just with how it looks, but how it's put together. We are not drilling a single hole or cutting anywhere on the car. Every panel uses the factory clip and bolt locations.
Yo, let me put my drink down.
Yeah, let me just put my drink.
Bro?
Yeah, good to see you, bro. Good to see you
too, bro. Yeah.
Oh, bro, can I get a sip of that?
Yeah, bro, get a sip of that.
Let me just get a sip of it.
That's
All
right.
Let me put it actually back down.
Let me say this, all these people be eating food off their GT3 RSs. I don't see no one eating food off their front fenders.
I told you that the GR Corolla would have function with all of its design. Well, this is the whole reason for the wide body. It's purely just so you can put your cup on the side of it. Oh, I had a rough day. I'm kind of tired. I want to take a nap.
There you go.
Just lay down right there. Or I have options too. If I want to do it on the back, I can do it there too. Like,
Oh, I just been so tired.
We test fit the front bumper and then pulled the car outside. Oh, what is that? Whoa! Whoa!
see this car in the daylight for the first time.
Run. Dang! That looks crazy.
Man, what a beautiful machine.
And we're not done yet. The wing, mud flaps, and a lot more still coming in this video. But even in this rough stage, seeing the shape in daylight makes me feel like a kid again. All those times I got in trouble in elementary school for drawing cars instead of doing my schoolwork somehow led to this. Back then, they were only drawings. Now one of those ideas is sitting in front of us. This car is teaching me that you should never give up on your passion. Because one of my biggest fears in life is regret. Waiting for the perfect day to start, only to wake up one day and realize there are no more days left. The perfect time never comes. You have to believe in the dream before there is proof. Because the deepest regret would be realizing I had something I loved, but only ever loved it from a distance.
You went from, oh, like this can't be a reality to not even a year later, we're what, 8 months into it now, and it's right in front of us now.
This dates back to when I was a kid and I wanted to design my own car because that was my dream job. I'll even show you. I actually drew this. So this means a lot to me because this is something that I drew on the 8.6 before I even had the 8.6. And then if you go look at the 8.6, it looks exactly like this photo. So this means a lot to me. So then go look at the Corolla. It's an expression of who I am and what I want in a car. Right now, there's not a single body line on this car that I do not like. It has the stance, it has the feeling that I want out of my own rally car. And you're looking at it.
It's nice to see the panels on the car, but we found a problem. I need my car to fit well, and some panels don't, so we need to figure out a solution to this. A 3D print gets us most of the way there, but it does not magically create a perfect panel. If the fitment isn't right, the car won't feel like what I want it to be, which is the most extreme rally version of a GR Corolla Toyota could sell brand new. Same idea as a Porsche GT3 RS compared to a regular 911. They're both 911s, but one feels built for the street and the other feels built for racing. So in short, we need OEM fitment or better. Let's make it happen. When we test fit the side skirt, the area around the OEM mount was too bulky, and the line into the fender did not flow the way we wanted. So we shaved it down by hand, found the shape the car wanted, brought those changes back into CAD, and reprinted the improved version. We repeated this process for every panel. Since a 3D printer works one layer at a time, you get a rough surface. This is a problem as the texture is not something you can paint over. Lots and lots of sanding knocks down these print lines to eventually get you a smooth surface. Sanding is a critical part of the process because if it's not done right, you'll see it in the final finish. The goal is to have smooth and consistent sanding strokes. If you don't, you could end up with a wavy panel. You could have the best paint in the world, but if the prep work isn't done right, you'll be able to tell. If there are any gaps, they get filled in. But the most impressive part here is creating body lines by hand. For example, we found a gap around the headlights, so we'll tape up the headlights, mount the bumper, then fill the gap. But it gets messy, so once it dries, you have to carve away the excess and then sand down the surface. But as you're sanding, you have to recreate the body line that you covered up. It's really an art form. We had to do this similar process for the rear diffuser. It's a lengthy process, but it makes a huge difference in the end. Now it's a good time to reinforce the panels with fiberglass to give it more structural rigidity. This is mandatory because if you know me, you know I like to enjoy my cars. I don't drive them lightly. This is resin and this is fiberglass. Our first step is to cut out the fiberglass into the shape of the panel. Fiberglass on its own is like a piece of cloth. It doesn't have much strength. That's where the resin really helps. The resin gets mixed with hardener, and once those two touch, a chemical reaction starts. Over time, the resin goes from a liquid into a hard form. But the real strength comes when the fiberglass gets soaked into the resin. The resin hardens around it and locks everything together. Since it's a chemical reaction, we have to work fast. If the resin hardens before we can finish laying it all down, you end up with dry spots and air pockets. So once this cures, it's no longer a floppy cloth in liquid resin. It becomes a stiff backbone for the panel. We are getting ready to go spray the rear bumper in primer, but there's a big problem that we're running into. It is currently 92 degrees Fahrenheit and very humid outside. It's not optimal for paint, but we really have no other choice as I don't have a paint booth and we need to get this car primed. So our solution is to paint outside really fast, then bring the panel inside the garage where it's much less humid and air conditioned. While the paint is drying, let's make custom Rally mud flaps. We're gonna try out this roofing material. I have this mud flap laying around that I'm going to use as a template, but I'll make it a little bit bigger to fit the wide body. That looks proper Rally. Now the very last thing left to do before we can go take the car on a Rally drive is to make the wing. We are using the same process as the body panels. Plastic welding to make one solid piece and then hardware to bolt everything together. Since my car is a circuit edition, it came with the wing which already had some holes drilled into the hatch to mount it, so we were able to reuse those same holes. We decided to try a design you might not have seen before, a double-decker swan neck wing, Rally style. This car looks so beautiful right now. We are about to go take this car onto the dirt roads for the first time to fully test out the new body kit on the car. When you look at it from this angle, you can almost see what the car would look like as it's jumping because the nose of the car is up with the jack right now. Whoa. And with that travel too, this looks very proper Rally. Oh man, talk about a Rally car. Many months of hard work have led to this moment that now we get to see the Rally Rolla. Wow.
Saw this when I was looking out the window. You can actually see the second wing through the neck lights.
Oh, like right here?
Yeah, but
a
like
little
when
bit.
you look at it in the mirror, like you'll see the edge of it.
You can see it right there. The cool part is you can see the wing from the front of the car. Like that's, so okay, I know it doesn't look like a Ferrari F40, right? But the feeling I wanted was when you look at the front of an F40, you can still see the wing, but yet the wing doesn't feel too massive. With this car, in my opinion, it feels the same, where it's like you can see the wing from the front, and ultimately, yes, it is a massive wing, but it doesn't feel too massive. It feels proportional to the body of the car. I love the side profile.
It's so wide. It's
absurdly wide. The Rally Rolla has successfully made it out to the dirt road. It's about a 50-minute drive and nothing fell off. Nothing broke off, which is a very good sign. To make it almost an hour drive on a normal road is spectacular. So now the real testing starts, which is on the dirt road, because it's a little bit bumpier than, you know, your paved road, but we'll get to see. It's just spectacular to see it in person on a dirt road where it belongs. And oh my gosh, it just looks so Rally, especially from the back. Like now seeing it with the wing and the mud flaps, it just feels much more Rally. There's still a lot of work to do, but the fact that we can see it right in front of us, it's a one-of-one car. Like you're never gonna find this car anywhere else. And it's out here on a dirt road, so now I have my own Rally car. Oh my gosh, seeing the wing, that is like so beautiful. Like here, come.
Dude, I could just sit here all day.
Ooh, we'll do some flybys. We'll do some. We might get sideways. I don't know. I think the kit can take it today. Hopefully. Hopefully.
but we'll work our way up because we don't know where the limit is yet. Maybe the limit is the same as a stock car.
It's R&D.
But it's R&D. Yeah. So if we break anything out here today, it's just R&D, and it tells us more about the kit and what we need to learn from it.
It's time to answer the question this whole build has been leading to. Will Rally Rolla survive real rally driving? Because none of this matters if it falls apart when I drive it the way I dreamed of driving it. So today, Rally Rolla gets the test, and I am not holding back.
And we're down we go. Oh, way down we go, so way down we go, way down we go.
It's incredible what a car can teach you. The only reason a car moves forward is because you let go of the clutch. Think about that. Your foot wants to hold it in. It feels safer there, no stall, no jump. No mistake. But the car does not move when you're afraid to release. At some point, you have to trust the bite point and accept that it might not be smooth at first. You might stall, you might roll back, but that's how you learn. And building something works the same way. At some point, you have to let go of the worry about what might go wrong. You have to put it on the car, tighten the bolts, and see what happens when the road gets rough. Something might break, but that's how you learn. That's how you build something real, and life works the same way. A moment I will never forget is showing my GR Corolla to Mr. Akio Toyota, also known as Marizo-san. What would you rate my GR Corolla Rally2 on a scale of 1 through 10?
Let's compete first.
Compete first? Okay.
Let's compete. you are GR Corolla Rally2 versus my.
Marizo-san, I will gladly accept your competition. When my GR Corolla is done, we will race. I wish you the best of luck.
Heck yeah! We've brought the Rally Rolla to my all-time favorite spot to take any rally car to. Right here on the water. It is so special to see what used to be an idea now in real life. It really just does not feel surreal to see all the body panels in person, to actually see the surfaces, how much it comes out, the proportions of it. It really is just beautiful. And we absolutely have to talk about this wing. The amount of different angles you can look at this wing from and see something different to me is so interesting, because when you watch it from here, you can see the swan necks, you can kind of see the second level, but it's mostly just the outside. But there's so many hidden angles that we implemented into this wing. Like, for example, there's this body line on the car. This is from the factory, so every GR Corolla will have this. But right here, we carried that body line in through here, and it's a shadow. So especially when you see some color on it, or even if it's in a glossy, like let's say it was forged carbon or gloss black, you'd be able to see that shadow. I mean, you can even see it now. Like, it makes a shadow that lines up with the body line. So it's these cool illusions that you can do with the car that, like, you wouldn't even think of until you notice them, and you're like, wait, how the heck did you even do that? And it's just awesome. Like, it's, look at Sam over here. What's he thinking? What are you thinking?
Amphibious Rolla.
Amphibious Rolla. Is it a car? Is it a boat? Who knows? But it's a frog. It's a rally car. All we know is that it's in its natural habitat. And if you go to the back of the car, the amount of presence that I just feel. Oh my God. I'm good. Oh no. Hey, it's okay, it happens. That was so bad. Dude, I thought I had so much grip too, and then I just like didn't. Back to Corolla content. Oh, I'm gonna so feel that in the morning. So when we get to the back of the car, you can see so much presence. Like, the mud flaps and just the vents. It hasn't hit me yet, and I'm sure it won't hit me for a while, just even the fact that I'm looking at this car in real life and it's like in front of me. One of the biggest things I needed with this car was I needed it to feel like a 90s Group A, Group B rally car. It has that boxiness, but it still needs to work on a brand new car. I could look at every line. I don't know, maybe it's just because it's my car and it's like, we designed it, but like every line to me, like, I just think has so much purpose and makes so much sense. And I have a story behind every body line that I could tell you on why that decision was made, why we chose to put it there, why we chose to curve it this, like, just
I can tell you all about it. So for example, if I were to tell you about this line, if you look at the Audi Quattro, it feels very much like this. If you look at it from a front down perspective, you can see how it curves around on the rally cars. We did the exact same thing with this car. So to have this body line start at the front bumper and carry into the fender like that and make a very flat surface, to me was very important, because I feel like without that, it won't feel as rally. But the challenge is obviously, like, it's a brand new car, so we can't really implement 90s formula on a new car, can we? Well, actually we can. Everything flows, everything just makes sense. And that was the biggest thing. I needed everything to make sense. I can't have a car that has exposed bolts, because that's not my preference. I'm sure, you know, everyone's preference is different. If you like that look, go for it. But for me, that just wasn't what I wanted. I wanted it to look continuous. I wanted it to look smooth. Wow, this video has been a dream come true. After all that driving, the only thing that got messed up is the mud flaps got damaged, but that's an easy fix. Special thank you to Crazy Rocket Garage. This project would not be possible without them. Stay tuned to see the next video where we add the finishing touches to the car and make it all one color. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode.